Elvis fans, so two of the most asked questions I think that people ask about Elvis and Priscilla is, why did the parents allow a 24-year-old man to meet a 14-year-old girl? And then the other question is, what did Elvis see in Priscilla Presley because she was so young? Let's have a little listen to this interview.
When Elvis came into my life, they didn't know what to do with it. This was bigger than they could ever imagine.
So, can you even imagine how Priscilla Presley's parents felt about this? That the most famous man on the planet wants to get to know their daughter, who is still at school. It's unthinkable. And what would you have done under the same circumstances?
He was so polite and so charming. I mean, it was just like he was, everything was sir and ma'am and all that.
So I think they chose to give him a chance and speak to him, which obviously led to a lifelong friendship. But he came across so friendly, so genuine, such good manners. He showed massive respect. He made it very clear he was going to do right by Priscilla and make sure she carried through her education and treat her correctly. And Elvis completely won the parents over. If anything, they really liked him.
Just the way I was brought up, my surroundings, my mother and my father, and I'm proud of the way that I was brought up to believe and to treat people. And I've always treated people just like I would like to be treated.
And this is very, very clear. If you watch any interview with Elvis friends or family members or ex-girlfriends or basically anyone that knew Elvis, he was very, very well-mannered, very respectful, did not look down on people, wanted to help all people, viewed himself as an equal. He didn't judge you based on success or money. He judged you as a person, as a human being, and he made sure you felt special, you felt important, you felt like you counted. You were not invisible to Elvis, and he treated his fans in this way as well as family members and people that worked for him. Anyone that knew Elvis absolutely adored him because he was such a good-hearted, kind, tender and loving person that would give anyone the time of day.
He was a good old Southern boy, and that was the attraction.
Well, he impressed me because he seems like a genuine person.
And Priscilla's mother there, Anna, saying that Elvis impressed her. But I think anyone that met Elvis was actually very impressed with Elvis. He just had this way about him, and he was a one-off. And the fact that he was world famous and a superstar had not gone to his head. He still had his feet on the ground, was level-headed, and was the true Elvis, just in the same way as the person that he was before his fame.
Now knowing Elvis, it all kind of fits in place, and why, I was a girl who spoke English. We had a lot in common. It's just funny how we had something in common other than rock and roll.
So these are interesting words from Priscilla. They had a lot in common. They just clicked. What do you think? Do you think they had a lot in common? Did they click? Please comment on what your views are on the words she's just given.
So maybe he saw a bit of maturity in me and was drawn to that.
And it's well known that when Elvis met Priscilla in Germany and she would visit him regularly, that they would have long, deep discussions about the things that had affected Elvis, like his mother passing, being drawn into the army and his career being cut short, his dreams for the future about becoming a movie star, and all his personal problems. and that she was an ear for him to talk to. And I think this meant so much with Elvis that it stayed with him once he left Germany and came back to America. Those conversations stayed with him, which is why I think eventually he wanted to bring her to America. Thanks a lot, everyone. All the best.